So yes, for instance, yes, you think your any bad deed, anything that you don't like, is not being punished. However, it is. However, well, you're, for instance, say on in terms of your good deeds, you're on low level. When then, well, then you get low stuff. Or for instance, think. Let me. Well, well, actually, entire country is old for or there's a certain country supposed, by the way. No, it's physical existence is still part of debate. Don't bother asking about it ever. I know. Well, and for instance, entire country is cannot still pay like one. Well, it's supposed to be week, now it is month. They're working on essentially year of my, for instance, grandmother's not like in not suffering, well, discomfort, slight lack of content. Dude, every single one is working for that. They didn't want me to know back in the day. Now I yes. So did I make myself clear? So it's that. Yes. Well, yeah. So when someone just does a bad thing, well, they're being heavily punished. Heavily punished. So, for instance, yes, I'm. Yes. Imagine it's like when you, for instance, your internet gets shut down, right? Somehow you make it work, dude. They're like for instance, some they think that they bought like a PhD level education for their newborn child. That child will die for will not will dies from cancer at 3 months of age. 3 months of age, dies of cancer, and then it's eaten in form of spiced meat and sold at department store. They can't handle it, so then they purchase professional. Yes, and then they say eating this meat specifically will cause your like heart disease, like kidney, whatever, damage your liver. In general, every meat does. However, it's why it's because it includes nitric acid or nitric acid, whatever. Why it's yes. So, dude, like obey the law, do the right thing, and then it's like their family is being like tortured. Did I make myself clear? Nothing is ever for yes, nothing. However, let me tell you, line, for instance, a body can be cloned so many times. So there's limits. You don't know. No. Suppose it like yes. No, it's sorry. Yes, and then, yes. So you don't see it, you don't know it. However, they say you don't buy this product. Yes. So what happened? For instance, you got like too much. For instance, you and then like feel yourself at unease too much. What happens? Well, it's like you're in. You had this like innate thing that you could not cure, right? Slightly gets better. Slightly gets better. First, they see it in like some distant relative that you have no idea about, like lives in Bulgaria, you live in France, like your second like next relative lives in Great Britain. However, it's like you don't know one another. Genetic markup is same, almost similar. Well, physical appearances can be different. I don't care, not my field. Then they see the thing that you do first shows itself. For instance, your relative in from Bulgaria, and then when you progress, then they see that it's shows like as itself like uncurable disease, prevention or cure from like your relative from France, and then what do they say? Work. work. Well, am I like something? No. It's like you're doing your work, and then what happens? Then, yes, you get full pack. Why? They didn't do work. How? Yes. So do your job regardless. Did I make myself clear? So, for instance, yes, the thing is that is again wrong. It's not job, it's work. Do your work regardless. Well, there are people that end their job. They have no job anymore. They don't have to. However, they don't do job. They work because by definition they work. Yes, they have to work. I mean, consider like from beginning of your day, you can choose what to work on. I choose brush my teeth every day. I choose clean my face every day. These are for me. It's like one in like million unit of my energy. I don't care. Like maybe less. I have no idea. However, well, for some, it's like 10% of their entire energy source, including willpower. Do you know that? Perhaps their bank account shows like extreme in terms of monetary stuff. No, don't bother. They cannot spend it. Yes, think of it this way. Well, why was this not apparent? Well, retardation. So I don't bother. However, this is how it works. So you have no job. Technically, you are jobless. Job means well, this is sort of this like religious thing, right? So you don't apply for a job. You apply for work. You work. You get paid for work. And then why? Because job doesn't listen to any specification. Well, it does. I mean, back in the day it didn't. Now it does. However, work pays according to your specification. Or yes, for instance, I say, well, I want this. Well, I'm getting paid for my work because my job is done. Yes. Yeah.